If you want beautiful, friendly backyard chickens like these, tasty, delicious, nutritious, and beautiful eggs like these, but are having trouble navigating ordering baby chicks online, then you've come to the right place. Today, I'm going to give you some helpful tips and tricks when ordering chicks online from MeyerHatchery.com. Let's get into it. Now, when you're ordering baby chicks, there's a lot of different places online and hatcheries that sell online that you're able to order from. Now, my personal favorite is Meyer Hatchery. I am a brand ambassador for them because I do believe in the quality of their chicks. All of ours came from there. They've grown up super nice and healthy. They have a really great variety and a whole bunch of other great aspects that I'll get into in this video. So their website is MeyerHatchery.com. And when you get here, this is the home page. And so you can see there's a lot of different links, and one in particular that's pretty cool is up the top. It says you can click on what's hatching, and that'll take you to a page that you are able to see by the date what is hatching that week. So if you click right here where it says filter by week available, you can there's a calendar that pops down. You can click on any of the weeks. So for example, let's see March 11th. You click on that week, you can see, okay, all of these things are available. But more importantly, if you only want females, males, straight run, whatever, you can see, okay, these turkeys are available, these chickens are available on this date, ducks are available. So that's a really great resource if you're looking for multiple forms of poultry. However, if you're just looking for baby chicks, what I like to do is you click on this little button right here that says chickens, and that'll do the same thing. It'll take you to a page of just chickens. And now when you get to this page, it can get a little overwhelming because there's a lot of different categories. When you see like different egg colors, production levels, bantams, meat birds, all different kinds of friendliest chickens, dual purpose chickens. So it can get a little overwhelming. You think, oh, maybe I need to click on each category, go through each one. But I'm here to tell you that if you just scroll down to the bottom, you can do the same exact thing I did before, where now there's a filter by week available for every breed of chicken that they sell. And so this is really awesome because if you know you're looking for a specific order date, which at Meyer Hatchery for the colder months, it's December through March, you're going to need to order at least 8 chickens. However, if you order April through November, you're going to only have to order 3 chickens. So if you're just starting your flock and you're just looking for a couple chickens, it's a really great place to order from. There's not a lot of other hatcheries. Actually, to be honest, not another single hatchery that's going to let you order as few as 3. And on top of it, when you're ordering minimums per breed, a lot of hatcheries have minimums of like 5 to 10 to 15 per breed. Meyer lets you choose as few as 1 per breed. So you can order as few as 3 chickens with 3 different kinds, 1 of each. So that's really great. But you can click on your dates and say, okay, I only want 3, so let me look in April. So we can start here, like let's go to the middle of the month, April 15th. And once you click on that, it'll show, okay, these are all the birds. But don't get too excited yet because likely, if you're just starting off and ordering chicks from the mail, you're not going to want any males. So you're going to click off this box and that'll get rid of all the breeds that only have males. And then also likely you're probably not going to want straight run because what straight run is it means however they hatch out of the eggs, male or female, they don't sex them. They just give it to you exactly how they hatch out. So you probably don't want that because you're also, in theory, end up with 50% roosters. So we want to go female, and how Meyer Hatchery does it is they vent sex all of their chickens, and they have a 100% sexing guarantee. So if any of the chicks you order end up being males, they'll refund you 100% of that purchase price, which is a really great reassurance if you are new to chickens and literally only can have females. Knows that even if you end up with an accidental male, that you'll be compensated for it, which is really, really great. So you can see, okay, April 15th, these are all the females available. You can scroll through all of the breeds and see, okay, great, there's a great selection. I have different birds I can pick from. It's pretty cool. Now, another helpful tip would be either pick your date or pick your chickens first. So in this case, I filtered by date and say, okay, on this date, I'm narrowed down to these are the breeds available. So you can order from that way. Or what you can do is if you have specific breeds that you really like, you scroll through here and you're like, wow, there's some really great breeds. In particular, like, I really want a Barnevelder. Gorgeous bird, a really nice feather pattern, lays darker, beautiful eggs. I think that'd be a great bird for me. So you can start that way and say, okay, I'm gonna order this bird, and when you go to the page, again, you can click which one. It defaults to female, which is nice because if you're not paying attention and you only want females, you don't have to do anything extra, which is great. What you can do is you click view ability by date. It'll pop down. You have a calendar for the entire hatching year, and it's broke down again, male, female, straight run, and you can see, all right, these are when the females are available. So you can start to go through and you're like, okay, I need a Barnevelder. It's my go-to. Definitely need it in my flock. So you can see the first part of the year, none. That first date you're going to get to, May 6th, you're like, okay, that'll work for me. May 6th, that's early enough in the year for me to order, so add to the bag. And now when you order and you add it to the bag, you'll get a bunch of different options that pop up here. First one is going to be Merrick's vaccine. So this is just a personal preference of whether you want to vaccinate your chick or not. Then down here, there's a vital packs that'll come, either meat birds or non-meat birds. You want to make sure if you're only ordering laying hens, you're going to do the non-meat birds if you want it. And what this is basically like Gatorade for chickens. When they arrive, either in the mail or when you're picking them up, you can give it to them when they first arrive. It gives them a little bit of a boost because they're getting extra electrolytes and vitamins in their water. So it's, again, personal preference, added for a fee as well. Now, here's the really interesting things that you can add and that are specific to Meyer Hatchery. The first one is going to be their meal maker chick. So what this is it's a free female chick. If you're ordering like egg layers. So what it is a whole extra chick. You don't know what the breed is. You don't get to choose that, but they throw it in, and it's a female chick. And the idea is that you donate the eggs to your community. Now, if you're ordering meat birds, they're going to give you a free meat bird. So that's a whole extra chick for free. You raise up the meat, donate it to your community as well. And this is their way of giving back to local communities from wherever you are and ordering from, which I think is really great. And it's an awesome bonus because a lot of other hatcheries, if they do throw in an extra chick, it's going to likely be a young cockerel turned into a rooster chick, which isn't necessarily what everyone wants or can actually deal with depending on your situation. So a free female chick is awesome. And all you got to do is add it to your cart, and they'll throw it into your box. You get a free chick. And it's kind of cool because you don't even know what the chick's going to be. They do post it on the hatch days on their blog, but up until that hatch day, you have no idea. And a new thing that they've done this year is throw in a homestead helper. So this is a free rooster chick. If you live in a place that could have roosters, you could add that to your order. And again, completely free. Don't know the breed, but completely free. You can raise up and have a free rooster. So that's pretty great because, like I mentioned earlier, the minimum's only 3. So you could order as few as 3 chicks that you're paying for, throw in a meal maker, homestead helper, and now you're getting 5 chicks for the price of 3. One, of course, is going to be a rooster, but 5 chicks for the price of 3, which is pretty awesome. So you can continue shopping, and like I said, now May 6th is the date you want to shoot for because you had to have a Barnevelder in your order. So you can go back to the chickens page, and now, since we started with chickens, you can go down and filter by the week that you know they're available. So again, May 6th, just the females, and you can see, okay, now these are the other chickens I can work with to add to my order that I need at least 3. So now you got a Barnevelder because of pretty colors, and you're like, oh man, I really want some other pretty colors. And I was like, I've heard great things about the blue-laced red Wyandotte. And you're like, cool, let me add that. And now you can go ahead and add that to your order, which is already going to be available on your date because you're picking by date, so you know that. You can go back and you're like, okay, now I need at least 1 more chicken. What else am I going to get? I don't know. Let me, instead of going to these categories, you're like, oh, let me help out in these categories up top. Like I said, these are other ways to search, which is really nice and easy if you are like, oh man, I'm ordering from Meyer Hatchery, let me get a bird that I can only get from them. So this is their exclusives, another great reason to order from them. Again, you can go to May 6th, filter, and just females, and now it shows you everything in this category that's specifically theirs and available. So you're like, okay, I got a darker brown egg layer, a tan egg layer, let me get some color in there. Like this wheat and vigor is beautiful, beautiful color, beautiful eggs. I mean, check these out. You can add that to the bag, and now you've reached your minimum. So that's awesome, and you're good to go to checkout. However, I'll show you some more tips before you go exactly to checkout. So another thing that's another tip is if you've decided on your date, you've decided on your birds, and you're like, okay, so the Barneveld was available May 6th. I really wanted it. So I have it. That's the order I'm going with. The other two chicks I'm also happy with. I'm ordering on that date. But there's a certain breed that isn't available for whatever reason. A great thing about Meyer Hatchery, and a tip is that you can always change your order. So they are actually really helpful. So you can click here. You're always able to send them a message through their website, or you can send it through their email, or you can even call them during normal work hours. And they're super helpful about this, make any modifications that you would like. That's adding chicks, subtracting chicks, as long as the minimum's still there, changing, swapping chicks, swapping dates, combining orders. If you place two different orders, anything under the sun, they would love to help with. They're always great with. So here comes the tip. Now, chicks themselves take 21 days to incubate. So, how this comes into key is May 6th is your hatch date, right? So you want to keep an eye out come April 15th. So 1, 2, 3 weeks away, 21 days. That is when all of the eggs have been laid that they're going to set and put into the incubators to hatch on your date. Meaning, they know exactly the number of eggs that are going into the incubator, and then they can figure out what they expect to hatch. So if, let's say you're waiting for a chocolate Orpington. It was not available on May 6th. However, you check back around April 15th when they have all the eggs collected and put into the incubator. Possibly, chocolate Orpingtons have laid more eggs than they expected, meaning that they're supposed to hatch out more than they expected. You'll start to see availability of some breeds 3 weeks out show back up on this page. And the reason that's important is you can keep an eye out, periodically check in, like I said, around 3 weeks before. And then if you see a breed that you like that wasn't available before, or even if it was available before, if you change and you want to add, all you have to do is call or message them. They'll add it to your order. As well as you want to check the weekend before, so because this is when they're actually hatching out that day before or on that hatch day in the morning. As long as you call before or message before 3 p.m. on the hatch day, you're able to make any new orders on each hatch day, or make some modifications if your order hasn't shipped out yet. That's the key, if it hasn't shipped out yet. But so that's really great. You can keep an eye out and make any changes. Like I said, 3 weeks before, a couple days before, and also periodically if you check throughout. If anybody else changes their order, drops a bird, adds a bird, whatever, you'll see this change and be able to add any birds that are not in place. Another great thing is any birds that you would want that are already sold out for the year. Which there are some cases of some breeds that either haven't been released yet or are really hard to get for a number of reasons. They're really popular, like, for example, Silkies. Here's a good example for you. Silkies, super popular, sell out really fast because Meyer offers them sexed, which I don't know of any other place that are. There are some other places, but you're going to pay an arm and a leg for them. A sexed female Silky for $16 is a killer price, but you'll see. So they're completely sold out if you went down here to the availability. All zeros for females. You, of course, could get some males, but you'd have to want some males. So a great thing is you click on this page. Tip is you can put your email in right here, and that'll put all your email in, and you'll get notified when it becomes available. Now, here is an inside scoop for you that I've been really successful with, is if you Google your phone carrier, for example, mine's Verizon, you can put in your phone number as an email. So what it'll be is it's your phone number listed out at whatever the key is. So Verizon, it's vtext.com. So vtext.com, phone number, put at that. That becomes an email. So what you'll do is you'll actually get a text when they're out of stock, which can be super helpful for some of these breeds that are really hard to get because other people have also put their email in and are getting notified. So if you're the first one and you're the first one to contact, then you can get those breeds that are hard to get. So that's another helpful tip for you. But here we go. So the last couple of tips is going to the actual checkout. So you can click up there at the bag and go to checkout, and you'll see all of the birds that we put in. So we have the Barnevelder, Wyandotte, Wheaton Olive Egger, and your 2 free chicks. So you get your total, you get your shipping, and then I'll tell you a key is if you are going to ship your chicks, the shipping minimums actually go down, or the shipping price actually goes down for the more chicks that you add. So up to 15, it goes down to $15, and then up to 25, it goes down to I think $10 instead of this 50. But if you're only looking for to get a couple of chicks, this is a great option. As well as now you're in the cart. Again, you can go to the availability check. And so we based everything off of that Barnevelder being available May 6th. So if you scroll through, you'll see, okay, the first green date, as we expected, May 6th. After that, you see some in June. So you can look through and you're like, okay, the only availability where all 3 of my chicks match up is either May 6th, June 10th, June 24th. And you're like, I want to go with the earliest date. So you click on that, and that'll select that date for you. And then you can go ahead and put in your email address. They'll give you order status updates, as well as these are some cool, helpful things that Meyer does that I really like, is that you can click your substitution preferences. So on the date, if your chicks don't hatch out as expected, you can choose how you would like that to be handled. The first option is substitute with a similar breed, meaning, okay, if my blue lace red Wyandotte doesn't hatch out, maybe I get another Wyandotte or something similar like that. You can substitute with another breed in your order, meaning like, oh, if your Barnevelder doesn't hatch out, then give me 2 Wheaton Olive Eggers. Or you could reschedule for the next available date, meaning that if your Barnevelder is not available, then if any of the 3 are not available, then they'll look at their calendar, whatever the next date is that they could ship, all 3 of them, they'll automatically schedule for that, and they'll let you know, okay, this is your new date that they're shipping out. Or the last one, ships short as long as the seasonal shipping minimums are met. As mentioned earlier, it's either 8 chicks or 3 chicks. So if you had a 4th chick in here and one of the 4 didn't hatch out, then it'll automatically be able to ship just with 3 chicks instead of the 4 that you ordered, and they will refund you for that 4th that obviously isn't shipping out. So you can go ahead and click any of them, whatever your preference is, and then now here's a real cool, helpful tip. Be as specific as you can in these notes, so that not only do you give the substitute, you can say, oh, substitute with a similar breed. You can tell them, Barnevelder is a must-have. If that doesn't hatch, please reschedule. So they'll know, okay, you said substitute with a similar breed. However, if that breed that didn't hatch is the Barnevelder, please reschedule it. So that's super helpful for them because they have to make quick decisions. It's a lot of orders on hatch days that are going in and out, and they're packing and getting ready. So that lets them know, okay, this is the preferences. This is super helpful. And also, I've always found out they always call you if they have any questions, and if they are going to reschedule or substitute, they'll say, okay, your blue lace red Wyandotte isn't available, but here are the breeds that are available. So you can choose from that list, and so then you have first pick of being like, okay, yeah, I'm okay with substituting for an Exchequer Leghorn. Like that's cool. That's also another cool breed. So that gives you the option, and they're super good about the communication on that aspect. Now, here's the last tip I have for you before going any further, because the only last thing is to check out and put your payment information in. Don't forget, at this point right here, coupon code. This is where you can use my referral code that I have for being an ambassador. So you can see on the screen right here, I'll also be listed it below. Don't forget to apply that, and it's good on $5 off any orders of $50 or more. So you'll see, just saved us $5, even with the total of with fish shipping, still only $100 for those specialty breeds. And when you actually check out, you agree, you have to put in your email. Of course, it's not in there, but then at that point, you can also choose if you don't want to ship your chicks, if you want to pick up, if you live close enough to Polk, Ohio, where Meyer Hatchery is located, or even if you don't live that close. In our case, we're about 5.5 hours away, but we still make a day trip out of it and travel over there and pick up our chicks every time. You can choose the option for pickup. Of course, then your shipping is completely free. You're just paying for the cost of the chicks. Or if you're shipping, you're putting in your address at that point. One more last tip I'll give you is that if you are shipping your chicks, they're going to go to your local post office. And so what you want to do is either stop by or give them a call a couple days beforehand to let them know, hey, I'm expecting some baby chicks, live chicks. Here's my phone number. Make sure to please give me a call when they do arrive so that they're not sitting around. They don't have to search for your number or anything like that. They'll immediately give you a call, be able to pick those chicks up as quick as possible, get them home, get them all set up and secured away.
If you did find these tips helpful, please drop a comment below. Let me know what you ordered and what chicks you're most excited about. I'm going to join in that excitement with you. And also, don't forget, before you place that order button, use my discount code linked below. You'll save $5 off your order of $50 or more. And until next time, stay Pyrfect.